Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's topic, I want to put this into perspective, right? For everyone to understand just what type of monster Lamar Jackson is. Yesterday, somebody sent me something, and not just them, but I saw it, but then they had sent it to me. And what it read was absolutely historical. What I'm saying, for all of you who do not understand where I'm going with this, Lamar Jackson is even better than what me and you think that he is. And not only think, he's been performing better than what we thought he was doing. So I'm going to read this to you, and then we're going to break it down so you understand where I'm coming from with this, right? So here it goes. It says, QB Lamar Jackson. Stat to know. This is the full stat. Jackson has arguably been the least supported star quarterback in the entire NFL, as the Ravens wide receivers rank dead last in PFF grade since 2019. His MVP season. But I continue. Despite this, Jackson has a 93.1 passing grade on 10-plus yard throws during that span, along with a 92.7 rushing grade. Do you know what that means? That means we have an all-pro QB that can run like an all-pro running back. Oh! And you guys think that that's replaceable? He's irreplaceable! Lamar Jackson is what we like to say the epitome of the song that Beyonce sung. Because everything that he has put statistically, we're talking bare numerics, have him as the creme de la creme. The best of the best. And the one above all. That's for my comic book fans who knows that reference. Look, here's the thing, and I want to make sure I break this down thoroughly. At this point, you can't even argue that Lamar Jackson has been carrying the Ravens on his slender frame. He didn't put on weight and gain muscle to absorb hits. He did it so that he could put them on his back. And he's asked to do more than every other QB in his position with less. Think about that real quick. I want to try to get into the psyche of the people listening to this. He is doing, or he's being asked to do more than his counterparts. Do you know who his counterparts are? Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert. Those are his counterparts. Oh, Jalen Hurts. He's asking to do more than them. Bring the team further than them. But he's being asked to do more than them with absolutely less than them. That is insanity. And to make it worse, and this is what really, really grinds my gears and makes it worse in my eyes, a lot of fans don't realize that. Everything that goes wrong with this team, they blame that man. Everything. I want to put this into perspective for people. When QB1 for the San Francisco 49ers went down, a lot of people were saying, oh, well, Jimmy Garoppolo could step into QB2 and I think they'll be okay. All right, well, that's fair. He was starting, right? QB2 goes down for the year also. Now it's up to QB3. QB3 had that team on the cusp of going to the Super Bowl. And then he got hurt also. And then it was QB4's time. Y'all, I want y'all to understand this. There is no team right now in the entire NFL that is more talented than the San Francisco 49ers. Some people will say Philly. That's a hard no. Hard pass. You're only saying that because of their vast success this year. San Francisco has the pass rushers. They have the corners. They have the linebackers. They got the tight end. They got the wide receivers. They got the running back. They got the offensive line. The only thing that is not elite. Oh, and they got the coaching. Oh, and scheme also. The only thing. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep stopping myself. And GM. Because he had to put it all together. The only thing that team lacks is a QB. That's it. They got weapons galore, running backs, everything. And the one thing that has stopped them from winning the chip multiple times has been the quarterback position. Now, we got a quarterback, but we refuse to build around him like these other teams will do for Jimmy Garoppolo. Think about that real quick. The teams are willing to build around a Jimmy Garoppolo before you're willing to build around a Lamar Jackson. Doesn't that sound wrong? Doesn't that sound like something's completely iotally idiotic about that? But no, we should be calm. We should be understanding to the plights that go along to making a team. Oh. Shut up! Those are excuses. Excuses. I want to make sure we understand this now too. Miami's been building around Tua. They brought in a coach that they felt could maximize his potential. Tua! Okay, maybe. Jake, and I always use this point because every conversation you guys lose, right? Because this is the killer. Jalen Hurts. Let me tell you why that's the conversation killer. Because the previous year, if you actually go look at his stats were actually really good. Jalen Hurts had good stats. He had amazing stats. The only thing they did differently was they went on and got him a veteran true number one. That's all they did. And the team took flight. And that's no pun intended because they're the Eagles. And do you know what happened when they gave it to him? He started to beat the opposition into the ground. Having them on the ground screaming in agony. Every time he runs it for another touchdown. Every time he throws another touchdown. It was maddening. It was so frustrating for other teams that they got mad and started to blame and started to give nothing but the credit to the team around him instead of the player who has to lead that team. Now, I'm a fan of an organization that has an absolutely sublime mastermind, a mutant at the quarterback position. And do you know what they do? Do you know what they do? Come here, I'm going to tell you. Come here. Do you know what they do? They refuse to give him any substantial help. Make it make sense! How is that even fair? You know how bad, you know what? To all the Raven fans that think I'm annoying. For all the Raven fans that think I'm wrong. For all the Raven fans that think I'm ignorant and have no intellectual knowledge that I base anything that I say on. I'm going to bring this back because YouTube is free, right? YouTube is free. when they were talking about weapons, 4 teams, the one player that they said they better not let any of these guys land in Baltimore was Lamar Jackson. The one player. They said, look, do not give that man a weapon. Because if you do, it's over. Every analyst that hates him, that has called out his name in derogatory fashion, have all said, do not let him get a weapon. Because it'll be unfair. It will be unfair. If they know that, how does the fan base not know that? How does the fan base allow this regime of complicit evil to get away with their putrid choices? I need to know. I need to know. If I'm ignorant, then how ignorant is of you to agree with everything that this team has done thus far? You see, people one day will hate the truth. And I'm guessing that day was a couple weeks ago, especially amongst a lot of Raven fans. Because look, here's the thing. I want what's best for this team. I want what's best. The best offensive weapon we have ever drafted, the best offensive player we have ever had on this team is Lamar Jackson. And he's only played 5 seasons. 5. Everybody that has a brain knows without a shadow of a doubt, if Lamar Jackson is given outside weapons with a Mark Andrews in the middle and himself, that the NFL would probably have to change its rules. Because you would theoretically not be able to stop or even slow down that offense. You might be on the precipice of the greatest offense that has ever been constructed in the National Football League. And do you know what's holding our team back? Huh? I'll tell you what's holding our team back. Nepotism, being stuck in the past, and arrogance. Oh! That word, arrogance, unwilling to bend. When it's clearly obvious, you're wrong. You see, here's the thing. And I wanna encapsulate this whole thing into this. The Baltimore Ravens are at historical crossroads. I want everyone to understand that. If Lamar Jackson somehow is no longer a Raven, it would change the NFL landscape and the history that is being written right in front of us immediately. Immediately. Because you'll have to understand, and I want you to understand this, wherever Lamar Jackson goes, it's not only that he sells tickets, it's not only that he can sell jerseys, it's not only that he packs stadiums, it's not only he understands and connects with fans. It's that he wins games. And he wins it at an elite level. Think about this real quick. The only QB that wins more than him is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes with arguably the greatest tight end to ever play and the greatest offensive mind to ever coach. That's the only people that win more than him. And you're thinking that that's easily replicated? That's easily replaceable? Go ahead and get gone. Calling her then, see if she's home. No. It's not replaceable. It's generational. The Ravens, if built properly, should have literally already been in at least 2 Super Bowls. 2. And I'm being nice. When you're on the precipice of something, like greatness, success, anything, that's when arrogance is the hardest step to take. Because a lot of times you've already had some success. So a lot of times it'll work against you because you're unwilling. Like, I already did this and da. You're unwilling to change. You're unwilling to evolve. You're unwilling to look past your previous success to get to another platform, another level. The Ravens have to come to the understanding that Lamar Jackson is one of one. We may never see another athlete like him for another 20 to 30 years. Because that's how it works. The closest thing for potential that we've seen to him was maybe a Mike Vick. And he's a bigger, taller, faster, stronger Michael Vick. That's what he is. Imagine Michael Vick, because Michael Vick's like 5'11". Imagine Michael Vick 3 or 4 inches taller, weighing 30 pounds more, 40 pounds more, just as fast, but now you make it more elusive in the open field. And he puts in the time and effort to get better, not just physically, but mentally. That's the player that is Lamar Jackson. The Ravens, listen, I know that this is going to dominate the offseason, but the Ravens have to come to the understanding and get from themselves. They have to get out of their own way. This thing will never be rectified until they drink some humble sauce, humble pie, as some people might call it. Because if not, we're going to have this kid walk, we're going to have this young man walk out of this organization and walk into another organization, and we are going to be nothing more than flies on the wall, or what some like to call witnesses to his inherent specialness, his inherent historical greatness. And I'm going to tell you something right now. I don't want to be watching his greatness from the sidelines. I don't want to be looking at him succeed somewhere else when we had him right here. We didn't trade for him. We drafted him. We hit the lotto. We hit the lottery. And the Ravens are looking at us and saying, yeah, we hit the lottery, but we're willing to trade in all that money for more lottery tickets because we might hit it again. That doesn't make sense at all. That foolishness. That's ridiculousness. Get it done. That's it. That's all. That's your job. Do it. Get creative. But me, I'd be on the phone every day with them. Lamar, hi. It's EDC again. Yeah, I know we talked 38 minutes ago. I know. I'm just checking in on you. Make sure your mentals are okay. Yeah, all right, man. All right, cuz. We good, bro, over here. All right, all right, click. Ring, ring, ring. Lamar, you just called about like 2 seconds ago, bro. Yeah, I just wanted to say, man, you're so special. Come on, man. Let's get this done, man. Fly out to Be-More, man. We'll sit here for 48 hours and work this thing out in 2 days. Let's get it going. That's what should be happening. And if it's not happening, EDC's not doing his job. And if you guys have a problem with me saying that, then you're part of the problem. And we're no longer going to sit by and watch this problem manifest and fester into a sickness, a deplorable, malignant pus of ooze. Repugnant. We have to do better, and that's the only way we will be better. And that was another episode of the Wunderkind Show. Listen, man. I just want to say this right now. I love you guys. You guys are showing me so much love, so much respect, so much here. Nah, but for real, man, thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel, subscribing, liking, all that stuff. And for anybody that's new watching the channel, please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. We love talking amongst each other. We have great conversations, and we're building Team Wunderkind over here, okay? And if you would like to take some of your hard-earned money to invest into the content that you're watching to help this platform grow, the donation box is at the bottom right here. It's a QR code for the Cash App, right? The Cash App will also be in the description. Money sign, The Wunderkind Show. So once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you guys knows my slogan. Peace. Because I'm out of here. Yo!